What's up, YouTube? Yeah, I'm back. I've been gone because I had no motivation to edit and record, especially during the dry season for my main content. And I'm disappointed that this is what's making me come back out of my hiatus. You all should know by now that the National Pokédex will not be in Sword and Shield, at least initially, as Junichi Masuda-san stated during the Nintendo E3 demonstration of the game. Rewatch the clip and listen closely. Hell, put subtitles on. But basically, due to wanting to provide a quality game without taking Square Enix levels of development time to produce said game, a business decision was made to not allow non-Galar region Pokemon to be transferred from other games to Sword and Shield via Pokemon Home, as well as Megas and Z moves being removed. But Pokemon like Arcanine, since it is in the Sword and Shield game, you can transfer it from previous games since it is part of the Galar Dex, before anyone asks. This is done to provide great animations and models to the Pokemon, balance the game, and give us the game we, let's admit it, all been dying to get our hands on. Of course, this led to backlash, and people went to voice their opposition in the news, which isn't an issue if it was just that. But when you look into the official Pokemon Twitter page, since E3, every tweet they have sent out have been flooded with hashtag bring back National Dex, and people apparently are game designers and devs now on social media. The Cerebi Twitter account and Joe Merrick himself had to work overtime with dealing with all the animosity the community has shown, since he is the one who bridges many gaps between Game Freak and the community, since he is the central hub for news. I'm 20 years old. I have been playing Pokemon for over 17 years. And yes, I am disappointed about the National Dex not being in Sword and Shield, since I've been completing the Pokédex since Gen 6, and been following VGC for about a decade now, as well as being a content creator. But this ain't it, Chief, and I am referring to the community itself. We have absolutely no restraint to ourselves. It is one thing to be sad about the issue, but it's another thing when you guys accuse Game Freak of being lazy, claiming they never listen to fans, and virtually terrorizing Game Freak, who are working hard to provide us a video game. But no, everyone is a game dev. People have the solution to make Sword and Shield a great game. Everyone who is critical online works 40 to 60 hours a week programming, coding, and debugging video games. This is light work. And this game is going to be trashed by default since Mega and Z moves are gone. Yeah, we never had a phase like that before. Bullshit. The community needs to get their heads out of their own asses and learn how to give the game a chance. Let's look back at the community since Gen 6. X and Y drop. Game felt it was possibly missing something to the region, but because Pokemon Bank release was delayed worldwide by months because of server issues, the memes were funny, but the release time was relatively harmless. Oras demo was released. We data mined the hell out of it, and people spoiled the game for themselves and considered it to be lackluster as we waited for Gen 7. Gen 7 comes out with the demo, we data mined it even more and basically had the entire game leaked from the mining, along with someone uploading the entire game from start to finish before day 1. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Gen 7 as a whole, but I understand how much work went between Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Speaking of Ultra Sun and Moon, before the Pokemon Direct, some bozo asswipe who had zero credibility, absolutely none, decided to make a quote-unquote leak about new Pokemon game coming to the Nintendo Switch titled Pokemon Stars. The Direct happened, and the game was USUM, and Twitter erupted. It was so bad that Junichi Masuda-san and the crew at that E3 had to announce that they are working on a Pokemon game for the Switch. But, surprise, surprise, this seems to be a trend. They said they needed more time. But no, the Switch that came out that same year was expected to have a Pokemon game on it. These same scatterbrained internet warriors seem to be the same ones started the fire for the National Dex drama on social media. On top of leaks, let's talk about the influencers of this community, the hopeless PokeTubers. Yeah, I'm attacking everyone. I could personally care less what a PokeTuber says, but they are the big influence for many in this online realm. But these clowns who always talk about leaks because they didn't have the Gen 6 dead period hint to expand their content. Everything is a leak. Leak item this, leaked Pokemon that, leaked faucet, leaked hat. These are the most desperate in the community for this game to succeed. But no, they are idiotically fanning the flames to make them larger. Do you guys see the common denominator? It is us, the community. I know what many of you are thinking. You want to join a big crowd on having the same feelings because it will make you look right. And anytime there's criticism, you want to back away and claim it's the part of the community you share little to nothing in common with. Well, if they are in this community, we need to learn how to take ownership of their actions. Doesn't matter if it's a small minority or the entire community. If people are at each other's throats, making the working life of Game Freak devs more difficult, and putting stress on the likes of Joe Merrick, then it means their actions were enough to make some noise. You guys want Pokemon games to have quality rather than quantity? You guys basically want day one Assassin's Creed Unity. This is what day one, I repeat, this is what day one Unity looked like. You guys want Anthem? Beautiful with no shit to do in it? Want Game Freak to use an older engine? Sure, Fallout 76 worked perfectly. Treyarch was forced to release Black Ops 4 a month early. Only a month. To this day, they are still behind on delivering promises of content they stated back during the reveal event. Yes, I'm sad about this news, but this isn't the first rodeo. Gen 5 was basically how Sword and Shield would play out. The game was awesome. No Megas and Z moves. Did you clowns forget we had 5 full generations of neither concepts, and to me, these games look like to be in the golden ages before all the online uproar BS. This is a crazy thought, but maybe, just maybe, we should give the games a chance? Or, God forbid I say this, or for those of you who are bothered, maybe, just don't buy the game. Wait, I forgot. We're locked into a subscription plan with Game Freak and must fork over money we don't want to spend. For those that are triggered, enjoy your Gen 7 for the next 1 to 4 years. The game had absolutely no issues. We all want the national dex because majority of the community totally completes the Pokédex, and not just 1%. This being on the Switch is totally impossible for them to possibly release game updates to allow more content into Sword and Shield, and Solo Dynamax definitely cannot be a fun experience. Black Ops 4 is plagued with issues, but the most revolutionary thing the game did was to get rid of Jug and zombies and force players to come up with up to 4 perks to choose of their liking and make them available in game. This led to people being more creative with the style of play that broke the monotony cycle of everything when it came to choosing just the same 4 to 5 perks a game. Maybe these changes, instead of judging and criticizing first, praising second, will actually be healthy change to the formula for once. Just a thought. I'm done with my rant. I am so fed up with this community that I don't even want to associate with it. I turned off my Twitter notifications, and I won't be discussing Pokemon Sword and Shield news with anyone for a while. As far as I'm concerned, the community's opinion doesn't even matter until we get our hands onto the games first. I love and play Pokemon for 17 years, and the last few years have been the shittiest time I had with Pokemon because of this entitlement people have ever since Gen 6, and since I have been a content creator as well. That's why I already decided a while ago I will not do a Sword and Shield Let's Play, and as far as I'm concerned, never upload Pokemon content again is a real possibility for me. And that is it, guys. Let me know down below how you guys are actually feeling. I'm not talking about, I'm mad, so let's just hate on everything. Just let me know genuinely how you feel about these changes, how you feel about the community uproar. What have you been doing these past few days since hearing this news? And I just want to see where everyone's coming from with this mentality. Guys, I'm out of here.